Afternoon, everybody. MG here, MG Covers. Doing something a little bit different. We're going to do a live English Premier Soccer preview weekend. We're going to go through all the matches. Going to give you my lines for all the matches for EPL this weekend, as well as got to correct something, as well as a free pick a little bit later in the day from the English Premier League, and also go over some other details of what's going on with the website, etc., etc. So before we get started, I'm going to go talk about our special that we're doing this weekend. You can actually join this weekend for $10. So what that would get you is, it's kind of like a trial period. So you would get all my plays for today, all my plays for Saturday, all my plays for Sunday for just $10. Then if you don't cancel during that trial period, then it'd be billed $49.95 starting on that Monday. So love for you to stick around, but hey, if you just want the free trial, you join for $10 via PayPal, and then you cancel anytime during that 3 days, and you would get the whole weekend worth of picks for $10. But just wanted to disclose that to everyone. So great value there. Whole weekend of $10. And as far as plays we have, let's see, we have 3 NHL plays for tonight. We have 1 soccer play for tonight, 2 college football plays for tomorrow, as well as a soccer play, which is going to be our free pick coming up a little bit later in the show. And then we have 1 NFL play for Sunday. Been red hot in the NFL, up 13 units. And this plays very good value, and then may add a second NFL play as well. So you get a lot of action for the $10. So anyway, so let's get started looking at the English Premier League here. Let me pull up the lines here quick, guys. 1 second here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So we'll do this here. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run through, you'll see the matches there, and I'm going to explain a little bit about how I do this, goal diff, which is called goal differential, as well as our line. So first game, Southampton, Leicester City. You see goal diff. What that means is the goal difference between those two teams, Leicester City, is at a +7. In order to play a game, we like to have a goal differential of 5 or more, as well as value on the line itself. So Leicester City is +7 goal differential. Our line is Leicester City is the favorite, -154. Southampton is a dog at 204, even though they're home. And you look, and the line is Leicester City at +142. So we're getting a ton of value there if you want to roll with Leicester City in that one. Next matchup, looking at Manchester City. They're at a +2 goal differential. Aston Villa. And if I mispronounce some of these names, hey, let me know. Again, soccer's relatively new to me, as I just started wagering last year, so starting to learn these names as well. German League and Brazil League, much more difficult for me to pronounce. Okay, Manchester City, we have a line of -415. Heavy favorites. Aston Villa is the dog at +114. And the way I do my lines, I don't have the difference of what you would see in a sportsbook line. It's just whatever my stat model says. And again, there's no subjectivity built into my lines. It's whatever that line reads on my stat model. That's the line. And then of course I situationally handicapped how well that team performs at home, how well that team performs away, injuries, etc., etc. So I'm just showing you raw data from the stat model. So anyway, if you look at the actual line, let's see here. Manchester City is a huge favorite at -1587. Austin Villa, if they would pull up the upset, that'd be huge, right? +2698. Some crazy numbers in soccer. But for that to happen, highly unlikely. Next game, Brighton, Everton. Brighton's the favorite for us. They're at a +5 goal differential. Our line is +129. Everton is the dog here at +141. And it's actually reversed on the actual sportsbook line. Brighton is the underdog at +173. Everton is the favorite at +153. So some value there on the Brighton side. Next game, moving along, Watford and Bournemouth. Bournemouth is at a +8 goal differential. We have a line at +123. We have Watford as a dog at 314. Again, reverse when you look at the sports book. Sports book has Watford at plus 118, Bournemouth at plus 223. And then finally, I don't even know if I can see this game here. Probably can see it on your screen. Let me pull this up here, guys. Sorry about that. I can't see the bottom one on my recording screen. This is new. I like this program we're using here. Okay, the next game is West Ham and Sheffield United. Our line is West Ham minus 123, so they're the favorite. Sheffield minus 103. Sheffield is at a plus 2 goal differential. And you look at the actual line, West Ham is the favorite, plus 113. Sheffield is the dog at plus 33. Our free play for today is going to actually come from that game, so we will come back to that one. And let's look at the next set of games here. Burnley, Chelsea. Chelsea's the favorite. They're at a plus 3 goal differential. Our line is Chelsea's the favorite at minus 128. Burnley is a small dog at plus 114. Looking at the actual line sportsbook, they have Burnley as a huge dog at plus 333. Chelsea's the favorite at minus 133. Newcastle United going up against the Wolves. Wolves are at plus 8 goal differential. They are the favorite, even though they're at plus 152. Newcastle's the underdog at 231. The actual line, Newcastle is the dog in this one as well, plus 297 from the sports book. Wolves are a nice plus 149 dog, so there is a lot of value there in going with the Wolves. Next game, Arsenal. Arsenal's the favorite here against Crystal Palace. Arsenal plus 3 goal differential. We have Arsenal's line at minus 168, Crystal Palace at plus 140. Crystal Palace, huge dogs at the sportsbook line. It's at plus 538. Arsenal is huge dog minus 208 in that one. And then finally, Liverpool and Tottenham. Liverpool at plus 5 goal differential. We have the line at minus 384. Sportsbook minus 189. And you might say, hey, there's value there in playing Liverpool. However, that would be almost risking 2 units, which is something that I would never do. In pretty much in all sports, money line sports, whether it's baseball, hockey, even soccer, I would never play a line over minus 150 because you're risking 1.5 units, and then when you get up there close to 2, you're risking almost 2 units to win 1 unit. It's just not a good investment. And there's other games out there that you can find that have much more value. So anyway, so that's our lines for the games. The game we're going to look at for a free play, let me pull this up for you, is going to be the West Ham and Sheffield game. If you can see there, see if I can see that. Yep, it's one. You see where it says totals there? That's 186. So our actual line for the totals is 1.86, meaning based on our calculations, the total will be 1.86. And again, you can't score 1.86 goals, but that's how my stat model pulls that out. And if you actually look at the line from the sports book, the totals line is at 2.5. So it's over 2.5, minus 118. Under 2.5 is minus 102. I got to pull it. My bad, guys. I got to pull this up here again. Let's see. I had some notes written down, and I lost them here. So we'll get that pulled up. And just so you know, a good site to go to if you're looking to factor in situational angles and injuries, things like that. The site that I use, there's several. WhoScored.com is a very good site. They give previews for all the games. They update you on injuries. So if you're into soccer, regardless of the league that you wager on, they've got you covered there. And the site that I use for stats is soccerstats.com. So the game we're going to look at, let me pull this up here. West Ham, Sheffield. Okay, we're looking at the totals here. West Ham has seen under 2.5 goals in their last 5 home matches versus Sheffield. So this already statistically is a low-scoring game. And there have been under 2.5 goals scored in Sheffield's last 5 Premier League games. So definitely looking towards the under. And that's the actual line that we're going to play in this game. So remember that 186. I'm going to take that off the screen. 1.86. And then the actual line we're going to play is under 2.5 minus 102. So it's actually the dog line, but we're playing the under 2. Now, you can actually figure out the margin in soccer as well. If you remember, that 1.86 line was our line for the total. The sportsbook line was 2.5. So if you convert those, just move the decimal over, and you'll have 186 for the totals for our line, and 250 is the line for the sports book. So if you take one, always take the lower number when you're calculating margins. Take 186 divided by 250, and that comes to 0.74. Then you subtract 1 minus 0.74, and that's going to give you 26. And then move the decimal over, so that'll be 26%. So in essence, we are getting 26% margin on the totals line. And if you really want to get technical, that's what we call the expected value. So our rate of return on this is expected to be 26%. And then, of course, in layman's terms, like I've talked about many times before, it would be like buying a product. Instead of paying $250 for it, you're paying $186 for it. And that's what we're doing in the sports betting business. We are looking for value. So excellent value, 26% margin. So our free play for today is going to be the West Ham Sheffield game, going under 2.5 at minus 102. Excellent value there. So that's our preview for the weekend. Don't forget our special $10 for 3 days. That gives you all the plays for tonight, all the plays for Saturday, all the plays for Sunday. And after the 3 days, it's going to be $49.95 a month. But if you cancel within that 3 days, all you pay will be the $3, and you get my entire picks for the entire weekend for $10. But love to have you long term as a member. We also have some other options as well. We still have the 6-month special. You can join. You get access to all my picks, all my plays, all power rankings, including the coaching program for $199 for 6 months. So don't forget you have that option as well. Hope everybody has a profitable weekend. We're excited as always. Hopefully we have a better weekend this weekend in soccer than we did the past weekend, and continue to push up towards 20 units in NFL. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.